to the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on AVAX. I said to you in my last day trading update that we're gonna capitulate to the downside. And what changes to the moon, boys? Nothing. They're still in the longs, most of them liquidated right now. What happens next? Well, let's look at the charts. So as you know, this double top formation indicated a reversal to the downside when we broke this local low right here at 29.5k. We closed that on the below that on the 1 hour time frame, which was a confirmation. We consolidated for a while, grabbing the last amount of liquidity from the retail traders before dumping to the downside. And when we were at these lows, I told you, wait for a retrace to the upside. And what happened a couple of days later? Well, we pumped to the upside up to 28k. I expected this whole volume candle to be recovered. As you can see, there was a volume candle right here. More than half of it was recovered. Still some left. 28.6k is the target, possibly to the upside, but we reversed to the downside. We have not yet confirmed the second leg of this reversal. We need to break the local low right here where the first wave ended, which is at around probably around 25.1k approximately. When we confirm a break to the downside below this point on the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame, depending on how you trade, we will dump to the downside again, and the next target could be at 22.7k. We could go all the way down to 21.9k. We will then have a reversal to the upside, and then another leg to the downside where we bottom out in a double bottom formation. Target could be 20.5k, or we could go as low as 17k in the impulsive wave to the downside, and then we will reverse to the upside again. And we'll take a look at that when or if that happens. So the next target to the downside basically is at 22.7k at the minimum, because we need to break this low right here at 25.2k. When we do that on the 1 hour time frame, we could have some consolidation, some fake pump to the upside, and then we'll move to this target, or we could just go straight down. That is also a possibility. And yeah, let's take a look at the news events. Nothing today. Oh, sorry, this is next week. Sorry for that. Yeah, today we have non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. We have the ISM manufacturing PMI from the US, which is pretty interesting. Could rock the market further to the downside and push us below that confirmation point. Next week is kind of a slow week. Bank holiday on Monday for the US. So we'll have a free market up until Tuesday, which could see basically more consolidation, sideways action in terms of price during the weekend and on Monday as well. So be very mindful of that. Otherwise, quite a slow week next week. And looking at the liquidation map, yeah, a lot of people going short, seeing that quick dump to the downside. Everybody panics, and as they get liquidated in their longs, they tend to go short. So the next liquidation cluster to the upside is at 27.2k. We could actually go there. Consider that as well, because when there's an influx of orders, the market maker usually grabs the liquidation points, grabs the money, and continues to the downside. That's usually the case. Not financial advice, but you do whatever you want to do. Still more money left to the downside for the market maker to grab. And as you know, in my last day trading update, there was a big liquidation cluster here at 26k. They took that money and capitalized. And yeah, let's take a look at AVAX. So AVAX trading at exactly $10. Pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, we've been on a steady downtrend ever since the all-time high for AVAX around $147. double top formation, bam, to the downside, first retrace, second leg down, second retrace, third and final leg down. That is where we currently are at the moment. So we're waiting for a double bottom formation, because I do think we have some more leg room to the downside for the market maker to grab. I'm thinking possibly $7. We could go as low as to this volume candle at $5. That is if we get a big dump on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes to 17k, I do think if we make sense of this, that we could go down to $5 per AVAX. If that happens, well, we just have to wait and see. So basically that's the closest volume candle, which is what we have to be mindful of. We could also see a double bottom formation coming in, as this low was broken. We're currently below it, so we could see a double bottom formation if we see pumps on Bitcoin in the near future. We could also consolidate for a while, create another low, and then pump to the upside. That is also a confirmation of a double bottom formation, because that low at $9.6 is lower than $10, which was the could be the second wave to the downside low, which was at $10.57. So basically you could call this a double bottom formation. However, I don't think so, because you can see not a lot of movement since this low. So I do think we're in for a bigger move to the downside, if you understand what I'm saying, because the wave 3 to the downside is usually the largest one. That is why I'm aiming at least $7, possibly even $5. And to the upside then we have the nearest volume candle at $10.39, and if we break that, we could go up to $12.35 if Bitcoin shows some strength. Otherwise, I hope you learned something today. None of this was financial advice. This is just for educational and entertainment purpose only. Have a nice weekend. Big Boss out.